Welcome back, everybody. I hope all of you having a great day. We are going through this journey of quadratic equation, and I apologize for the previous video where it was written part 5, but it was part 6, but the content was perfect. I believe and I hope you have solved many sums on completing the square method. And if you have any queries, as I told you, write a mail to me, which is my email ID would be there in the description of the video. Now, in this video, students, we are going to understand the formula method, the easiest method to solve a quadratic equation. The best part of this method is any quadratic equation can be solved by this method. So if you find completing the square method a bit tedious, you can always go for formula method if the question gives you the freedom for solve. So let us start with the formula method. And before that, as always, don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. So moving ahead, students, talking about formula method, for any quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, the formula would be x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. So minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. Now this is x equal to, because I have taken the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now based on the variable here, the variable can change. If it is x, it will be x equal to y, then y equal to m equal to. Now this formula was derived by our great mathematician Sridharacharya. So this formula is also called a Sridharacharya formula. So the standard form here is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If you solve this standard form by completing the square method, you will get this formula. So in fact, this is your home assignment, which you can try after watching this entire video. Try solving ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 using completing the square method. Now students, solve by formula method. Let us take an equation. We'll take a simple sum. We'll take three sums here where we can face challenges. The initial sum will be the easiest of all, so that we get to know how to use the formula method. Now students, when I say formula method, the very important thing about formula method to solve is the equation should always be in the standard form. Now when I say equation should always be in the standard form, that means I was x square term first, then the x term, and then the constant equal to 0, always in this form. If it is not there, we have studied in our first few videos how to put it in the standard form. Solve it and put it in the standard form, and then go ahead with the sum. Now students, first we will find out the values of a, b and c. So on comparing with the standard form, we have already understood how to get the values of a, b and c in the initial videos. I know that when I compare it with the standard form, there is no number here, so I can say there is 1 here. So a would be 1, b would be 6, and c would be 5, and definitely all are positive. So a would be 1, b would be 6, and c would be 5. Now students, you can directly go ahead with the formula x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. Now students, you can directly substitute the values. There is no harm in it. You will get the proper answer. But to make the calculation simple, we will find out b square minus 4ac first. Now this b square minus 4ac, now student, this is a very important concept in the further part of the chapter. This is called as discriminant. Remember, this is called as discriminant. I want you to remember this for my further videos. B square minus 4ac is called as discriminant. Discriminant. Remember, this is a very important thing that you have to remember, that b square minus 4ac is also called as discriminant. So students, we are going ahead and solving the sum. I'll just erase whatever I have written right now. Okay, great. So b square minus 4ac. So when I say b square, students, b is 6. So it becomes 6 square minus 4 as it is. A is 1 and c is 5. Now students, 6 square is 36 minus 4 into 1, 4, 4 5s are 20. Now 36 minus 20 becomes 16. So I got b square minus 4ac as 16. So I got the value of discriminant as 16. Now there are many reasons why we are solving it before using the formula, but there is no harm if you directly substitute the values of a, b and c without finding out b square minus 4ac. Now students, so let us solve it ahead. Be very careful. minus will be minus, b is 6, so we have substituted 6, plus minus as it is, root of b square minus 4 is 16. And upon 2a will be 2 into 1. Solving it ahead, students, x is equal to minus 6 as it is, plus minus square root of 16 is 4. Now students, it is not possible that always you will get a perfect square here. So there are two types of number when you don't get a perfect, in fact 3 types. We'll discuss all the other types in this video itself. Square root of 16 happens to be 4, so we have written 4 here. Now what we will do is, we know we have learned it in completing the square method, when there is plus and minus we separate them. So we can say x is minus 6 plus 4 upon 2, or x is minus 6 minus 4 upon 2. Minus 6 plus 4, we know minus 6 plus 4, the signs are different, we will subtract them, and sign of the bigger number. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and minus 2 upon 2. Similarly, minus 6 minus 4, both are same sign, we'll add. 6 plus 4 is 10, sign of the bigger number, so minus 10 upon 2. Minus 2 upon 2, students, we know it is minus 1, and minus 10 upon 2, students, it will be 2 5s are 10, so minus 5. So we can say that the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 1 and minus 5, and put it in a beautiful looking box. Now students, there is a possibility that we can get b square minus 4ac negative. Now if b square minus 4ac is negative, this value is going to go under the square root sign. So if there is a negative sign under the square root sign, it becomes imaginary number which is not there till grade 10. So if it is negative, we can straight away say the roots are imaginary, and we will stop the sum. We will not even use the formula. We can stop it here itself. So I hope this basic sum of using formula method is understood. We'll take up 2 more sums in this video quickly. Now in this video, we will in this sum we will take up a sum where what happens if we don't get a perfect square. So we'll quickly run through it. Solve the following using formula: x square minus 3x minus 2. So once again, we know first we need to it in the standard form, x square, x constant equal to 0. Great. Comparing it with the standard form, a would be 1, b would be, if you see carefully, if you follow the underlined number, it is minus 3, and c would be minus 2. Great. Now as always, the formula is minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. So b square minus 4ac, b square would be minus 3 square, minus 4, a would be 1 and c would be minus 2. Minus 3 square is 9. Now carefully students, here minus minus becomes plus. 4 into 1 is 4, into 2 is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. Now why we have taken this sum in particular is, here we got a square root number. We have a number which is not a perfect square and which is going to go under square root. So how do we deal with them? In fact, it is the easiest one of all. Now students, minus as it is here, be very careful here. Here we go wrong. Minus as it is, and b is minus 3. So it becomes minus of minus 3. Understand, 1 minus is already there. 1 minus is because of this minus 3. So minus of minus 3 plus minus root of b square minus 4 is 17 upon 2a means 2 into 1. Now students, solving it ahead, minus of minus becomes plus. So x will be minus into minus is plus. So plus 3. Now students, talking about root 17, it cannot be simplified further. Now whenever we don't get a perfect square, we can have 2 types. One which can be simplified further, one which cannot be simplified further. Now 17 is a prime number which cannot be simplified further. Now what happens when we can simplify it further? I have taken up one more sum in this video, but let us go ahead. When it cannot be simplified further, that is the best part. We need to check if I can take anything common from the numerator. No, there is nothing common from the numerator. So let us solve it ahead. So x would be 3 plus root 17 upon 2, or x would be 3 minus root 17 upon 2. Then the final answer, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 3 plus root 17 upon 2 or 3 minus root 17 upon 2. The beautiful looking box. So basically, when it is not a perfect square and we cannot be simplified further, that becomes the easiest of all. It is actually faster way to sum. Now let us take one last sum. Solve the following by formula method. Now this could be trickier a bit. All those who have very good basics of SIRS and everything can solve this sum on their own very quickly. In fact, I want you to pause the video, try solving the sum, and then come back to the solution and check it. So we will start the sum. First, standard form. See, I've taken all the sums which is there in the standard form already, which may not be the case in your examination. So you'll have to put it in the standard form. So On comparing with ax square plus b equal to 0, a would be 3, b would be 2, and c would be minus 7. So a is 3, b is 2, and c is minus 7. As always, we know the formula minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a. Now, if you carefully see, I've taken m because the variable here is m. First, we'll find out b square minus 4ac so that we can substitute later directly here. B square becomes 2 square minus 4, a is 3, and c is minus 7. So minus 7. So 2 square is 4, minus minus is plus. 4 3s are 12, 12 7s are 84. Now 4 plus 84 is 88. Now let us solve it ahead, students. M will be minus b would be minus 2 plus minus root of 88 upon 2a will be 2 into 3. Now talking about this 88, students, now this is very important to understand. I'm just trying to factorize this 88 here before we go to the next step. Now this will be 2, 4s are 2, 2s are 2, 1s are 11, 1s are. So basically, if I have to solve root 88 separately, now this root 88 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 11, where these 2, 4 will become 2. We know we take a pair of 2 and remove 2 in the case of square root. 11 2s are 22. So I can say that root 88 can be written as 2 root 22. Now with this in our minds, we'll go ahead. We know that root 88 can be written as 2 root 22. So let me just erase this calculation, hoping that you have understood. Okay. Now we know that x is equal to minus 2 plus minus 2 root 22. Just now we understood how to write root 88 is why root 88 is 2 root 22 basically. Now students, let us take certain things common. As I told you in the previous sum itself, try to take something common. Now I can see 2 here. Now if we take 2 common here from both the numbers, there is nothing left, so 1, and there is minus sign, so minus 1. 2 goes away, plus minus root 22 as it is, and 3. Let us cancel this. 2 1s are 2 3s are. So m would be minus 3 plus minus root 22 upon 3. So m would be minus 1 plus root 22 upon 3, or m would be minus 1 minus root 22 upon 3. Then the final statement, the roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 1 plus root 22 upon 3 and minus 1 minus root 22 upon 3 in a beautiful looking box. Now students, what I want you to try is take ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and solve it by completing the square method that I've taught you in the previous video. Okay. With this, I would like to end the video. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. Do not forget to subscribe.